What's up, dogs? It has been a real minute since I last did an update vlog, and boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to show you guys. Or more so, I made so much progress since, I guess, when was it? End of February? Beginning of February? It's been that long since my last update vlog, and the reason for that is, of course, I was heading into spoiler territories. But now I have officially found something that I don't mind showing you guys. I found something that was not really spoiler heavy, and that is, as you guessed from the title of this video, we are going to be doing some sound effects. More particularly, the standard stuff that you hear in all video games, which is exactly it's like, if you can find a way to make that a spoiler in any sense of any game, then bravo, you are absolutely magnificent, I guess. But maybe you guys noticed from the background of this vlog that I got some pretty neat things going on my screen right now. But I won't really exactly reveal those in this video. We are going to see it some more in a future video. But check it out. I updated my itch.io page. This is not the official Caster's Trap website, or not the official Caster's Trap game page, and neither is that the official Caster's Trap website. But I did create a website for the TheOdie channel in its whole entirety. That's just for tutorials and for sound effects. I mean, Caster's Trap. It is live right now, so you guys can actually check it out in the descriptions, but there will be a video where I do walk you guys through all of that. Now, today it's all about sound effects, and the reason why I wanted to make it a video, because it's a very, very important thing. And you know what? I actually did a little bit of recording already, so I'm gonna let voiceover TheOdie take it from here. So here's a website that a lot of you guys probably know about. It's called Freesound.org, and it is kind of, as it sounds, a great website for a lot of people to just come to upload their sound effects for other people to use freely, sort of. Because as you can see here, we see licenses and you see attribution, and that should give you an idea of what's free and what isn't in terms of copyright to add to your projects, whether it's a video game or to your videos. And the thing about Freesound is that anyone can upload their sound samples onto Freesound with the press of a button. But here's the part where it gets a little bit tricky. You see, Freesound's AI to detect copyright isn't exactly up to par as YouTube's. And heck, maybe it does not have that detection at all. I've never used Freesound as a creator before in terms of uploading sound. I've always been a person who downloaded their sound effects. And what I can say is that you can come across a time where, as you can see, I already Googled it here, so I kind of spoiled it. But you can find yourself in a situation where you find a sound effect that's actually from a video game. Now, I don't know if Mojang actually copyrights their sound effects, but as you can see here from this licensing sections, we see some that are attributions, some that are non-commercial, and yet we still have a good plentiful that's Creative Commons 0. And if you don't know what Creative Commons 0 is, it's no copyright at all. It means it's completely free out there for you to use however you like to use it, and you don't even have to credit the person that uploaded it or created the sound effect. But going back to what I was talking about, if, say, Minecraft Mojang does copyright their sounds, and I happen to stumble upon one of their sounds and I put it into my game, then one of two things will happen. One, people who do recognize Minecraft will recognize the sound effect immediately, and at that point they will judge my game harshly for using a sound from a well-recognized media that's already out there. The other thing is, of course, if Mojang actually did copyright their sound effect, then they can freely sue me however they like. And in a court of law, if I say, hey, I found this on freesound.org from this user and he didn't say it was from Minecraft, I'm in the clear, right? Doesn't exactly work out that way. Instead, you'll still be punishable by law, but based on the judge or the jury, they may decide to lessen how much you're being sued for. And what they will do is either make freesound.org find a way to fix itself, or they just say, we don't care. You're a content creator. You put your project out there and you've stolen someone's work without doing your due diligence in ensuring that this is completely free. So that's the tricky part when it comes to freesound.org. Of course, with Minecraft, everyone nowadays recognizes Minecraft. But before, back in the long past, when Minecraft first came out, I knew nothing about Minecraft, and I was making like videos, home videos to put up on YouTube's no channel. I'm not gonna shout it out because it's like over 10 years old. But anyways, I took their grass sound effects and I actually got comments that were like, Minecraft! And I was like, what do you mean? Until they timestamped it, and then I actually looked it up and I was like, oh my god, this actually is Minecraft. So that can very much happen, especially if you're searching off of YouTube. It gets really tricky. The best way to identify if something is truly Creative Commons Zero is if, and I found a great user for footsteps. It's this pack footsteps by Nox_sound. First of all, you're going to notice that Creative Commons is 0. The second thing you're going to note is that if you were to listen to it, it is truly a really raw sound of person stepping on interior tiles with boots on. This person did not do any work to edit the sounds or change it in a way that makes it their own property, their own work. They literally just recorded the sounds of it and uploaded it on Freesound for us to use. And the best way you can identify it is if, yes, they do include all of this information. And the other one is if you do click into their users and you learn a little bit more about them. See how much work they've done, and you can see that this person did a lot of work and he really put himself out there to give his content for free for everyone here on freesound.org. And you can see his YouTube, his Instagram, his Linktree, his I guess sound effects for footsteps for Unity devs or pretty much any devs. And you can be very kind enough to donate to this person. And being Creative Commons 0, as he lists it here, we know that you don't actually need to credit this person because all he did was literally just take a natural sound and recorded that sound and uploaded it here onto freesound.org. Anyway, the overall takeaway here is to be very careful when it comes to sound effects. The other thing to mention is that being Creative Commons 0 and out here to the public and so widely recognized and downloaded so many times is that this sound is in a lot of people's projects. And how do you feel if what you had was quote unquote RTP? Just the default sound that pretty much everyone uses. It doesn't make your project stand out. So you can do one of two things. You can do some work to edit the sounds in a DAW, digital audio workstation, or you can go ahead and make the sounds yourself. And that's exactly what I decided to do. All right, so what I have with me is called the Zoom H1. And this is actually something I owned for a while now. It was actually my main mic that you see there for about a year, and then I eventually upgraded to the Audio Technica. And the idea was that it cost like $80. It was a big upgrade from like my $20 microphone. So that's the evolution there. And then this one's like 120, but it goes on sale a lot, down to like 100 or something like that. But anyways, the point is that I actually own a pretty well recorder. And what's funny is that if you actually go onto freesound.org, you will see that a lot of things get recorded with the Zoom. More specifically, I think it's the H3, which is a later or a more recent model of the Zoom than the H1. But when I saw that, I was actually quite surprised to see that this could actually become useful again. I just kept it stored in my drawer for years, untouched. And now it's finally time to bring you back. Wow. What a sweet investment. This thing is pretty cheap. You could probably buy it on Amazon for definitely less than $100. I would imagine its value went down even more since the time I bought it. And heck, I think it's, as a content creator, you should consider the ideas of making your own sound effects. Whether it's with this mic or with a recorder. I actually already recorded myself making some footsteps. I had to find like the perfect day where everyone in the household were either not home or just quiet, maybe sleeping, and I was actually walking around with shoes in my house. But here's the thing, as an Asian person, it is practically forbidden to wear your shoes in a household. But very luckily, and this was actually not planned, I actually bought brand new shoes that I haven't worn because it was on sale. They're running shoes. It was on sale sometime in the winter, and I was like, I do need new shoes. And I have this coupon, so I guess I'll go buy new shoes. And that's exactly what happened there. So it's like, bam, another thing in my favor. Awesome. So check it out. Team Moderna gang! What gang are you on? The vaccination just opened up as of today, and it was not as difficult as I thought it would be to actually confirm or reserve an appointment for a vaccination. My state in particular, it actually listed all the possible vaccination sites, and you could just scroll through, and if it's available, it would just say available. But it was kind of funny because it was kind of like when I had to get my PS5. I was spamming the refresh button like a madman, and then when I managed to catch one, first you had to select the date, and then you select the availability time. But when you refresh, it kind of just automatically generates the date for you, and then you can click on a button that says see all available times, and then when I would click that, it would say, sorry, try again. So I was almost part of the Pfizer game like 4 or 5 times, and then it eventually came up with this one for Moderna. And then what was funny was that it had so much availability time within its date, and I was like, wow. Either I literally just managed to refresh it in time to land right on this one, or no one really likes Moderna. So do consider going out there. I'm very pro to getting vaccines, and I think it will help the community altogether to reach, I think they call it net immunity. I'm probably wrong about that, where we no longer have to wear masks because a lot of us are now immune to the virus, and help bring us back to those good old times where we can go outside without fearing for our health or others. The fun part. So basically all I did was I took the sound sample from the Zoom H1 of me walking around, and I boosted up the audio so I could hear it a little bit better, and I sectioned off samples that I think would sound pretty decent. I decided to go with a 1-2 step, but later on you'll see that I decided to go with a 1-step sound effect. Turns out, new shoes aren't exactly the best. Especially with running shoes, because it has gel. So if you listen very carefully, you can actually hear the gel. And well, that's a little bit awkward. So that took my 2 minutes worth of samples down to a couple of samples here and there that I had to choose between. And then once I finally heard some that I really liked, I just opened up another Audacity project so I can just copy and paste out of the main sample into the new one, and then comes the buttload of noise reduction. And this is a huge advice if you decide to do it my way. Of course, I didn't have a professional setup. Off the YouTube videos I've seen, I know there's a lot of way to kind of MacGyver your own silent booth with a blanket or whatever, and it seems like it's a really genius idea, but I didn't really feel like doing that. So I went through the noise reduction route, and if you're going to do it, then every time you reduce your noise, be sure to grab a new sample of your noise, because if you use the first initial sample, well, your background noise no longer sounds like that. It sounds like the reduced version. So just be sure to do that. That way your original audio sample that you're trying to get doesn't sound too manipulated or too, I don't even know the words for sound design or anything like that. Goes to show how newbie I am at this. And kind of just going with the flow of things. But yeah, so I did that a bunch of times. And I amplified certain areas like the lows, the highs, made it go through a pass, just to try and figure out what sounds nice, even reverb a little bit, to kind of give it a echo or a hollow sound. I guess a more wet noise. That sounds weird. Anyway, with that, check out the final result. Alright, there we have it. I think I'm pretty good for the day. It's already creeping up to 5:30 p.m. and I am feeling pretty exhausted. All I want to do now is play some video games. I've been really hooked to Genshin Impact lately for like the past couple of weeks. I wanted to say months, but I think it's only been like 2 months since I really got into the grind of it. And it's mainly because of my friend. And he actually also started streaming. His name is A Lonely Shoe, so if you guys are interested in Genshin Impact, do check him out in my descriptions down below. Just give him a little shout out and say, hey, TheOdie sent me. I think that would be really cool for him and also myself, I guess. But anyways, that aside, I am going to probably test out a couple more footstep sound effects to see which one I think will do best for this game. Something that sounds kind of really natural and in the background, so it's like not distracting from the game or anything like that. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. If you found this video helpful in any way, then do comment that as well and like the video. I'd appreciate it so very much. It's been a while since I've done a life vlog, but nothing too exciting has been going on in my life. I think once I get vaccinated, life will be more livelier. Otherwise, it will just be me doing this, playing video games here and there, and I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. Anyways, I do have a little sneak peek for you guys. It's coming up very soon, and it's the first enemy encounter. What I can say is that I have created a death sequence, but I have not shown that yet. Or that's not going to be in the spoiler. Or rather, sequence. I don't know. Check it out if you guys want to. It's also been posted on my Instagram for about a week now. maybe 2 weeks, depends when I release this. But it's already been posted on Instagram, and if you've been on Instagram, you guys already seen it. But now it's available for all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, later!